another beautiful morning on your daily program. Spring Delight is the show. This is the Keep Fit segment of the program. So let's do it together all over again. All right, look at my palm on my mat. Okay, can you see? Okay, let's do it. Okay, we are counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now the two legs down. All right, you can see my knees on the palm, on the neck, on the mat. Okay, now I go down a little. All right, you bring it up. All right, this is just a bit modification to what we did the other time. This is how we did it the other time. This time around, the knees down, the two palm. Okay, let's take it down. 1, 2, 3, go down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, the two hands up. Let's bring it down. Okay, let's get our mountain climbing from the floor as well. Look at my hands on the mat, and then the two legs at the back. And this is how you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, the two hands up. Let's take it off. Your two hands up. All right, down. Okay, now we are stretching our left leg to the back. You stretch your left leg, and now you look up. You don't look down. Your right leg, your left leg, sorry, your left leg at the back, fully stretch. Okay, now we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you change your legs to the other legs now. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. We count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember, these are basic exercises that anyone can get to do out there. In respect of your age, your sex, you can get to do it. The adult can do it. Even the grandma, the father, the mother, and the children can even get to do this. We are changing the legs. Now your left leg. So now a little bit modification to what we did the other time. Your left leg, so now your right hand. You can see it's quite different to what we did the other time. Now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It is your darling program again, Spring the Lights, and I remain your regular host, TJ Hanyu. So now we are going on the right leg, your right legs at the back, and your left hand. So now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now let's stretch our back muscle. Let's stretch it. Let's stretch it. Let's stretch it. Let's stretch it. Let's stretch our back muscle a little bit. All right, you drop your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's stretch it to the back. Remember, we have to stretch our back muscle and the gluteal muscle as well. The muscle around the back region and the muscle and the gluteal muscle there. You have your gluteal muscle just at the back here. Okay, now you stretch it. All right, I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, bring it out again. Stretch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's bring it down. Okay, when you bring it down, let's just stretch. You go, you stretch your hand to the other side, your right hand to the left side. All right, you change. You change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we go. Okay, let's go back to the planking with the leg raising. Now we are raising our leg from the back. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you can sit and make yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable. Your two legs at the front, your two hands up. All right, you bring it down a bit. Bring your hands down. Okay, right from the floor there. We are lifting our buttock up a little bit from the floor. All right, let's bring it up. Can you see? Just a little bit up, higher from the floor. And then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up. The two hands up. Now, a little bit modification to what we did the other time. Remember the last time, the hands was at the back. So now, you bring it up this way, inward. Okay, now, up. 1, you go. 2, you go. 3, you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, the two hands up. Remember, it is going to be more of floor exercise this morning. This exercise that we have felt totally stomach. For a few of us that already got belly there, these are that will bring them down, and then it will make you to have a very good fitness. All right, you go down. All right, you just come up a bit, and then you go down. All right, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right legs out, and then let's just fold our left leg. You fold your left leg, just fold it, and then we are bringing our head, the forehead to the knees. This way, your forehead at the knees, your forehead at your knees. Please, if your head cannot get to the forehead, your head cannot get to your knees, don't force it. You can only take it to your maximum level, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you change. All right, okay. All right, now the two hands, the fingers at the knees, your fingers at the toes, your fingers at the toes, your fingers at the toes, your fingers at the toes. Okay, now you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, look at me now. I'm going to take my right leg to the back. Just take it to the back and make sure you are comfortable. Thank you. And then now my left leg, my left hands at the left leg. This way. Can you say? Please, you make yourself comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are flexibility exercises. You need to be more flexible to prevent any injury from fall. All right, now you change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So now we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change your leg. Change it. It's your darling program. Spring the lights. Keep it segment of the program. Let's do it. This is for you. This is good for you and me. All right, now we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come up, you only touch your ankle, and then you go down. So let's just get 10 of these. 10. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, this is a good one. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it down a bit. Let's get it down. Okay, now let's go down. Remember, it's going to be more of floor activities. We said it at the commencement of the program. So we're getting more of the floor activities, floor exercise this morning. You can see my two elbows on the floor there. Look at my legs. Then I'm flinging the legs off, just off. Now 10. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Now take it out again. All right, the two legs up, the elbows back, your elbows on the floor. So we're taking the legs across. Like, look at my right leg now. I'm taking it to the left side and I'm bringing it back. So we are getting 10, 10. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you change. Another 10. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's do this. You can see my two legs up. All right, you bring it down. Up again. You bring it down. Okay, now we count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you come up. Remember, it's more of floor exercise this morning. All right, just before we go, just before we bring it down, so now from your sister position there, you go back. All right, you come up again with the same rope. Look at the rope there. You come up with the rope. You go down with the rope. You come up with the rope. All right, let's come up with the rope. Now you go down with the rope. You come up with the rope. All right, you go down with the rope. You go down with the rope. Let's see what you are doing. You go down with the rope. 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 All right, you come up with the rope. You come now, you go down, please. Let's do it. You go down with the rope. Thank you. Now you come up with the same rope. You stretch to hit. Thank you. You come up. Thank you, ma. All right, you go down with the rope. All right, you come up. Yeah, good one, my sister. Good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, you got the last two. You got the last two. Got the last two. The last two. All right, the last one. Come on, the last one. The last one. The last one. The last. All right, thank you. All right, just before we close. All right, from your elbow, now you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, please count to 10. 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 Before time. Count to 10. 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 All right, your two hands up. Remember, we started from the floor, and I want us to finish it now. Okay, let's go to the side. You come up. You come up to the side. You come up to the side. All right, let's bring it down to the other side. When you warm up, you warm down. It's allowed. You can drink your water. It's allowed. It's allowed. All right, we have a water break. All right, the two hands up, 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 up again. All right, let's stretch the legs. So when you warm up, you warm down. It's a very good thing. It's a very good thing. All right, join us again on your daily program and on the same station. Western Spring is the television, and the Spring Delights is the show. And I remain your regular host, TJ and you. See, we'll see you again. All right, thank you. Good one. Double. Good one. Double.
Beautiful.
It feels so good seeing you. Considering the fact that last week we almost went off without notice.
Yeah, we went on a short break, and the break has to be, it's a celebration week.
Fair enough.
It's a break into the celebration. And welcome back, because we are back from the celebration break. It's still the season of celebration. However, we are back to continue. Remember, if you are with us on the show last week, I said we're going on a short break. The short can be as long as possible.
Fair enough.
It's celebration, and it has been, a back-to-back celebration all through the week, and still celebrating Rave at 10 and Western Spring Television at 3. And we are back now. Welcome back to the show, Spring Delight and Western Spring Television. So my morning is good. My morning is fine after the short break.
Fair enough. Okay, beautiful morning to our esteemed viewers and streamers all over the world, wherever it is that you're watching us from right now. Beautiful Saturday morning here in the city of Oshogbo, Osho State, where we at. Definitely, Femi Alabi was very right. It has been a celebration period in the stables of Rave 91.7 FM and Western Spring Television.
Yeah.
Did you even know that we are the best radio station back to back for 8 years straight up? Yes, so and Western Spring Television, 2 years best TV station. So yes, we are still basking in the euphoria of celebration.
Exactly.
And of course, the month is practically running to an end.
This is the last show for the month.
Definitely. Yeah. So come next week, Saturday, it is welcome to December. So definitely the year is coming to an end gradually. And I pray to God that may we all witness it till the forthcoming year in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Okay, welcome to Spring Delight. It promises to be exciting and delightful as every Saturday. This is not going to be an exception. I hope you were able to, keep up with the fitness routine that we just did right now. Remember, when we bring this to your TV screens, all we're trying to let you know is the best way that you can take care of your body, aside eating so much, is also burning out those calories. So do well to always be a part of it. And I am ready for Spring Delight for this Saturday. My name is Ajibike. And Jeremy Ojo.
No, definitely you have to be ready for Spring Delight for today. After that aerobics, can you see that? Is it Igbo or something that came to the screen, that food? So after exercise.
Do you like Igbo?
Sometimes I like the mixture of the beans and
the corn.
And the corn, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I deliberately buy corn to cook it, because sometimes cooking the corn takes a long time. So I prefer to buy a cooked corn, then mix it with the beans and do it myself.
That makes sense.
It's an interesting one.
That makes sense. Okay, so right now we're going to be going for our celebrated birthdays and today in history. So, okay, if your birthday was in the course of the week or a day like this, you got to know, like, from the stables of Western Spring Television and here on Spring Delight, we are wishing you a merry, happy birthday.
Yeah. We should do a shout out to Baby Debe.
Baby Debe. MC Love, right?
If you are, conversant with our programs, the presenter of Baby Debe, Akintobi Akinpelu, celebrating his birthday today. And from all of us, Spring Delight and Western Spring Television,
yes, right.
Happy birthday to you, to the one and only Hugbewa Debe, MC
Love.
But actually, if you are Hugbewa, where is the bed that you are taking us to? I think he will need to come and answer that.
I think that's a conversation for another day. I think it's got nothing to do with you, though. Like,
well,
Debe, like,
no,
okay, actually, can actually be in Debe, even the male too.
It's everybody Debe now.
No, everybody.
But that one I don't understand. However, happy birthday to you. We celebrate you and we wish you. In Ajib's words, this will not be your last.
Yeah, my words, exactly. And you took it out of me. So what am I supposed to say afterwards?
And then you will find another word to say.
Okay, so welcome back to Spring Delight. And of course, we've got into a segment where a lot of y'all look forward to. We bring in different guests from different works of life, definitely, to keep us in the know about the things that they do, like the job they've got there on their table. So joining us this morning is Honorable DBC Maruf Abiodun. Is the Senior Special Advisor, Senior Special Assistant on Nomadic Affairs to the Osun State Governor. And right here is here to shed light on the government engagement with nomadic communities, ongoing interventions, and the important steps being taken to strengthen peaceful coexistence, education, mobility, and welfare for nomads across the state. So join me as a welcome Honorable Adebisi Maruf. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
How are you doing?
I'm doing cool.
Let me ask you this, Honorable. How was your year? Like from January till right now?
It has been fantastic.
Wow.
And all thanks to God Almighty.
That's good to hear.
It has been a year of growth, let me say.
Oh, a year of growth. Now that is very important because the moment you stop growing, I don't know why you are.
Starts to die. One of my favorite quotes. The day you stop to grow.
You start to
So,
die.
you know, having it to be a year of growth, impressive.
It's a good one.
He's very much alive.
Definitely. And we are alive too. We are growing on the job.
Definitely.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about enhancing nomadic integration and welfare in Osun State government, strategies, challenges, and prospects. But first of all, Honorable Advisi, let's talk about the office, Nomadic Affairs. What is it about? What to you? What are you into?
Thank you very much. When we explain the word nomadic, is an act of a movement in which there is no stable place. And the people involved are known as nomads.
Okay.
The Yoruba will call them Ireke Onibudo, the people go ni Ile Ode. Like there is no particular place. So they are expected to move from one place to another.
Okay.
In this, we have the cattle rearers who even move from one country to another, from one place to another. We have the Muslims who move from one place to another, from one mosque to another. We have people like that. We have a lot of bodies under it. We have the Mieti Allah, we have the Koktaure, we have so many bodies concerned under the nomadic affairs.
Wow.
So, but as it is mostly concerned, people actually don't know the meaning.
Definitely.
And
right.
the act is also a security aspect in which the boundaries must be guarded. Who is coming in as a nomad, who is going out as a nomad. And in that, we curb the aspect of banditry. We guard our boundaries in the Office of the Nomadic Affairs, among many other security patterns that will remain confidential.
Okay.
Yes, for security purpose.
Yeah, understand. Very important. You know, when we're talking about security, we have to take it very serious, and there are some things that we don't need to get to divulge just to maintain security. However, let's come to the aspect of this nomads now that you mentioned. Why are they very important?
Yeah.
And government is putting in quote priority on them and creating a special, I mean, is it an office now that looks into their affairs specifically?
Everybody is important under government. In as much you are in Osun State, everyone is a priority to the Osun State government.
I mean, in the angle, I'm not saying that they are not in the angle of creating an agency, particularly for them.
That's where I'm coming to.
Okay.
The aspect of nomads being important is, let's even say the mad people that you see outside there.
Okay.
In Yoruba, people will call them Omojoba, like the children of the government.
Yeah.
They have their rights under government, which is the right to be taken care of. And these people that we call nomads, during the era of late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, it was the one when there was during the Western region, we have there's something called UPE, Universal Primary Education, which means education must be free, primary education must be free and compulsory for all Westerners.
Okay.
When General Olusegun Obasanjo came in, he brought in UBE, Universal Basic Education, which means primary and secondary education must be free and compulsory.
That's right.
For all Nigerians. And who are the people involved in the UBE mostly are the nomads, because they are believed not to have a particular place which they stay.
Okay.
And that is why the government have nomadic school for them. In Osun State, we have a lot of nomadic schools. We have over 45 nomadic schools.
Oh, yeah?
In Osun State. Yes. So, which means the government has already provided education, standard education for them.
Okay.
So, and the government needs to train them so that they won't become nuisance. And as the government is also concerned, they won't feel cheated in the government. The government will also be able to control the security aspect of them, not letting them feel inferior because you have someone in your area living alone.
Yes, right.
Not being carried along in the community. The person will feel dejected. And when the person is feel dejected, the person will automatically eject his or herself from the community. And after ejecting his or herself from the community, the feelings of rejection will now come in. And when that sets in, it is dangerous for the government. That is why the government say, okay, fine. We are deeming it fit to create a special office that will be seen into the affairs of that, so that everybody can feel carried along, irrespective of who might be a nomad. Everybody must feel secure. And thank God.
Of the category.
Irrespective of the category, yeah.
Okay.
And thank God for Osun State today. Nobody is felt left out of this government. Everyone is being carried along. And they have their rights, which the government is giving to them. They also have the rights, which they must perform. And they are performing it. That is where you will hear there's kidnapping here today, kidnapping here tomorrow by some acclaimed nomads, which have now transformed to bandits. But here in Osun State, there is nothing like that. We thank God. And we thank the Excellency, His Excellency Senator Dr. Asiwaju Nurudeen Jackson Ademola Adeleke Imole, for deeming it fit to put the right hands on desk time to time to make sure that all things are being normal. Actually, there are some things I would have loved to say, but this is on air. So I'll be keeping it to myself. Thank you. You know, just know that when you accept them, they feel among, then they do the right thing. But when you reject them, as I have explained the other time, that's how they will feel, then they will start doing the wrong thing.
I mean, talking about, okay, do you want to ask him a question?
He made mention of the aspect of educating nomads. I'm curious how, when you made the introduction, you're saying they move from one place to another. How do the government now get to educate their children now, particularly, they don't stay in one place.
Yes.
And now they move from here. Maybe they are in this particular, Yoruba we call Abba. They leave this Abba to another Abba. How does the government get to handle the education of their words?
Well, they don't call it Abba, they call it Ga.
Okay.
That's, in English, Ga means settlement.
Okay.
Ga is different from Abba.
Okay.
In Yoruba.
Okay.
In Yoruba, you can say you have your own Abba. It's a small space of yours. That's your own Abba. Now, when we say we have Abba Lagbaja, that means that place belongs to that particular person.
Okay.
But when we call Ga,
it's like a settlement.
A settlement.
Yeah.
So the people in that Ga are settlers of that particular area.
Okay.
When you go to some Ga in Osun State, you will find nomadic schools there. There is a Ga at Testigrand Oshogbo. There is a nomadic school there. There is a guy in the Rabiji, Isaleoyo area. There is a nomadic school there. When you are also coming to Oshogbo, there is another guy. There is another nomadic school area there. In Ede, there is a nomadic school in Agbali. There is one at Oasis. Because in that area, we have Ga. So if a nomad is, let's say a nomad is coming from Ikiro, there is a nomadic school in Ifelodon as well. So in which that as Puppy is being taken to that nomadic primary school there. Puppy now moved to Irabiji. There's another nomadic school there. So the Puppy will be enrolled immediately to that nomadic school to continue education. Move to Oshogbo. There is nomadic school there at Testing Grant. Move to Ede. There is another nomadic school there. Move to Ejigbo. There is another nomadic school there. So the government has provided provision for it. And there is a law that anybody above, below the age of 18 must not lead the following of a cattle. Yes. Because those success of age grades below 18 are expected to be in school. So those are the rules that assist the government in enrolling them. So if we go there now, if you do your visitation, you will see them there coming to the class and having the necessary education. We are enlightening them. And from there, they will have interest in education. So why most of them are even done in the primary school, they go to the secondary, from there they move to the university. So here we have a lot of them doing absolutely and excellently well. And I always tell people that according to the law of the country, it's a crime for anybody not to be able to speak the principal language. It's not an excuse, because secondary education is a must for everyone in the country. You must have your secondary education.
At least.
At least. So you should, that means once you have a secondary education, you'll be able to have access to the principal language. And nobody will be left out as an handicap. You know, handicap is not a situation where somebody's arm is cut off.
No.
It's a situation, you can be handicapped. I can be.
In some certain areas.
You can be. If somebody should come in now, all of us here doesn't understand Chinese. And if you start speaking Chinese, we are already handicapped of that language.
At that time, yes.
At that particular moment. If somebody should come here, we have our legs, start shooting guns, God forbid evil. If we are able to run away, anybody that does not have leg at that particular moment is an handicap.
Exactly.
But if somebody here does not have legs, does not have arms, and understand Chinese, another person that comes in, starts speaking Chinese, the three of us here,
we are the handicap.
We are the handicap to that particular language.
We are not
the person there is not, the person that doesn't have the arm and the legs is not handicapped of that particular situation.
Well, by that time, I think we'll have to bring in MEJ to come and bail us out.
You know, the Chinese man, you're right about that.
That's a sideline, actually.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So that's just it.
Why is the nomadic populations, why is it important though? And what has the government been able to grant the nomads that makes it worth it for them to be around us?
Well, let me say some cases are to be treated on confidential level.
Wow, okay.
Part of their importance is, number one, they are humans.
We should never forget that.
We should never forget that. Okay. Number two, I will summarize everything in a concise manner and in a sentence.
Okay.
The children of those you refuse to train will not allow your own children that you train to rest.
Okay. So the needful needs to be done in order to save posterity. Impressive. Wow. Now let's come to, you know, this. I know that when I saw this conversation, I knew that I had to myself to confirm the meaning of nomad. So when I saw it, I was like, there is no way we can't shy around. We have to go into security matters. We will definitely talk about them. Although there are some things that are confidential that you might not say because we're on air. However, we'll still talk about them. The ones that can be said will still be said. I'm particular about how does the state, now particularly Osun State government, get to engage with these nomads and their communities in order to maintain peace in the state? Because Osun State is relatively peaceful. How have you been able to, you know, navigate that?
Well, as you said, we are on here. I won't give you the details.
Okay.
Number one, the governor of Osun State, his formulas are always right with the grace of God. That's number one. Number two is, with all the nomadic leaders, we always have monthly meetings, including security meetings. And we always mount our boundaries by engaging in a boundary toss and some other kind of meetings in which security measures are being put in place. So that is all I will divulge in the aspect, in that particular aspect.
Well, you know, the reason why I asked this question, you know, we are the representative of the community.
Yes,
and it's right for the community to know what the government is doing in maintaining peace and order. And I think the information you've divulged, which there are some that are for national security reasons, in quotes, we have to keep it confidential. But I think this is good enough, actually.
Yeah.
So that we won't have a security breach. When you are divulging information to the general society, there are some people who want to breach your security. They are listening.
So they are looking for information.
Yes. There are some who want to know how you are doing it. There are some who wants to find faults in that. So in everything, that is why we always, let me just say, I always try to stay off interviews.
Off air?
Off air. I always try to stay off air as much as possible. A lot of people have come to invite, do different things, because when you are doing it according to the rules and you are achieving it according to the rules, when people see the results, they want to know how you are doing it. But if you are not careful, when you are telling them how you are doing it, before you know it, you will find yourself already being flawed.
Yes.
So, but here I respect Western Springs Television.
Thank you very much.
I respect River FM. I respect the people there. And I say, okay, fine. Let's
do this.
Do this. Tell them what we can, because I know you people that always have the interview, you want to ask some questions which I will not answer.
Okay. No. Definitely, we won't put you.
But I know you will understand.
We won't put you on the spot. We'll make it comfortable for
definitely.
you. You know, just as I said, we also try as much as possible to promote national security.
Definitely.
We want to do things that will jeopardize
Fair enough.
because we are in Osun State. And if there is no peace in the land, we can be here as well.
Definitely.
We'll do everything possible to ensure that the peace is maintained. Thank you very much.
So, Honorable Adebisi, tell us some of your achievements so far, some success stories that you would love to share with us.
If we delve into that, we won't leave it.
Well, you summarize.
I will just pinpoint. Number one, when the numbers are moving, sometimes they destroy people's crops, people's especially arable crops. We've been able to get justice for a lot of people.
Okay.
We've seen people that we're able to get 2 million naira for. And we've seen some over 1 million naira. We've seen some hundreds of thousands, among many others. We've intervened in so many security challenges, especially between the nomadic community and the general society when they want to have any issues. Number 3, we've been able to mount our boundaries. Number 4, we've been able to have peace that is very rare to have in the country.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, and we've made sure that whenever there is any issue between the farmer and someone that will destroy the farm among the nomads, we don't stay as intermediary so that our hands could be plain. So that it won't be, we don't know the amount they collect. We always make sure there is another intermediary. It might be a traditional ruler if the issue comes to the traditional ruler.
Impressive.
It might be a security agency if the issue comes. So we always stay off their negotiation. And by the grace of God, there is even a particular program that is on plan, which you will be invited. There is a particular school, Living Spring College of Technology. So there was an issue in the school. We went there, we sorted the issue. When we had done sorting the issue, they came, they appreciated us. We said, thank you, no. He now said, so there is a government that can do this. There is a government that can do this kind of a thing and not expect anything in return. On that, the school said they want to empower 1,000 Osun State indigenes on vocational and entrepreneurship training. And as well train 250 people on general studies on artificial intelligence to show their gratitude. Thank you, towards the government for what the government have done. We have received many letters of appreciation, many awards of appreciation, including ambassadorial awards, an honorary doctorate award that was given to me, different awards to the state, to the governor on this nomadic affairs.
Impressive. I like the angle where because I was going to ask, how do you get to resolve conflict between, arable farmers and the nomads.
The pastoralists.
But I like the the pastorals. I like the fact that you said you don't interfere, so
Not
that
at all.
it's not going to be a thing
One is
of
biased.
when one side gets to get justice, the other
Okay.
side will feel betrayed.
Yes,
and
right.
how do you get to win their trust?
Yeah.
I like the fact that you cleared that. You hand it over to another agency like the traditional rulers who get to handle the case in fairness.
Or the
And by the
authorities.
time you come, both sides are good with you. No side, it's not looking as if you are siding any side
Yes, right.
of the divide. Impressive. All right, coming to the aspect, your future plans. You know, you've mentioned to us some of the successes you've recorded. What are your future plans moving on, especially in this administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke regarding the nomads?
Mm.
I don't want to say that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
there are a lot of plans, but when the time is not ripe, you don't come out and start saying those plans.
Okay.
Let me just keep quiet.
It's all right.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Lastly, from my end here, as
Okay,
we wrap up
okay.
what will be your advice? You know, now there's this issue of insecurity in the land, and there is a kind of stigmatization or a kind of view that people get to put whenever they see nomads maybe moving from one of their gar to another gar. They have this kind of detestation because of the people that are ascribed, like the issue of banditry and all that ascribed to them. What will be your message to Osun State residents on how they should view those people? Because everyone is important. Everyone is
Yes, right.
important and an integral part of the community. What will be your message?
What we always say is this: if you see something, please say something.
Okay.
If you hear something, please say something. But don't raise a false alarm. People moving from one place to another, there are lots of people who move from one place to another. God forbid evil. Bad people sometimes wants to enter. There have been a lot of cases where we have there were information of some people wanting to come in. Some were true, some were false alarms. What we always do is there is a way we do it. We always tell people, I even always give my number out. If you are suspicious, maybe there are some faces that you've never seen before
Okay.
in your area, and you start seeing those faces, please let us know.
Okay.
Maybe there is a thick bush in your area. You see a bike man carrying foodstuff to that thick forest.
Okay.
Please let us know. You see some people, maybe you hear the sound of vehicle only in the middle of the night and early hours of the morning. Please let us know. So there are things we always tell people, and these people cannot come in, even the so-called bandits, unless our people are involved. And how are they involved? You know, there are some people who are in the bush. When you meet them, what are you doing here? They will tell you, it's also person that gives me this space to be living in. There are people who collect. In fact, there is one I would love to keep confidential.
Okay.
I was in a meeting this last week, Friday, not this one, the last one. I was in a meeting. One guy said, I don't live in Osun. We invite the nomads in that area. I don't live in Osun State. I don't know how the guy got to know. I am not living in Osun State, but someone said I should come to Osun State, that I should give him 200,000 naira. He will give me a space. Sir, can I come? The person raised his hand. I said, you cannot come. Stay where you are. If you come, you'll be dealt with. We carried out the remaining security checks,
Measures.
and we put the males in place. So that's what we always tell our people. Please don't jeopardize the security. The governor is trying its maximum best. And honestly, the governor is doing beyond the expected limits.
Wow.
I can tell you that. You always give the moral support and every other needed support. So it is now left for you,
For us.
left for me, left for all of us to make sure that we do the right thing.
It is not left for me. It is left for you, for all of us to do the right thing. Yes, thank you so much, Honorable Adebisi, for being here this morning. And yes, we've been speaking with Honorable Adebisi Maruf Abiodun. He is the Senior Special Assistant on Nomadic Affairs to the Osun State Governor. Yes, thank you so much once again for coming. Okay, yes, it is still Spring Delight on Western Spring Television. I hope you were able to pick one or two. Do not raise false alarm, but if you see, you just got to speak out. And if you see something, you say something. You see something, you say something. Exactly. All right, want to go for a short break. Spring Facts to guide us about our daily life. And of course, after that, we're going to be right back. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so welcome back to the show. It is, of course, Spring Delight. I hope you had an enticing one, or should I say intuitive, actually. I mean, we had to speak with Honorable Adebisi, speaking about the nomads and why the government has included them in part of the set of persons in our settlement. Yeah, and of course, he said something that I really held on to. He said, when you hear, you speak about it, you know, and if you see, you should speak about it. And he said something again. He said, no reason of false alarm. Yeah. That is actually very, very important. And I totally agree with that. Okay, so welcome back. And of course, right now, we have our second guest. Unfortunately, he's not going to be seated right here with us. Okay, over to you, Femi.
Yes, this time around we're talking about health, and focus this morning and the second segment is on health, the importance of the World AIDS Day. And as we know, it's just around the corner. It will be commemorated globally on Monday, that's December the 1st, just in 2 days' time. Tomorrow is Sunday, that's the 30th, and next tomorrow is World AIDS Day.
The day after tomorrow.
And World AIDS Day is a vital reminder of the ongoing efforts to prevent HIV, support people living with the virus, and honor those who've lost this year's theme. Who we've lost, rather. This year's theme, Strengthening Community Response to HIV and AIDS, highlights how essential communities are in driving awareness, prevention, treatment, and care. To help us deepen this conversation, as you always know, we always have a resourceful guest who will do that. We are honored to have representative of Director General of the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, in person of Dr. Temitope Lori. She's ably represented by the director from the agency, who will be discussing Nigeria's progress, the gaps that remain, and how empowered communities can accelerate the fight against HIV and AIDS. And that's why it's very interesting that you sit back as we have this conversation together. We're delighted to have this director on the set with us. Can you hear us? Good morning. Hello, director. Can you hear us? Good morning. All right, well, we are still expecting him to...
Good morning.
Oh, thank you very much. You're welcome on the show, Spring Lights and Western Spring Television.
Part of correction, not the director, but I work directly with the Dr. Laurie Temitope, which is Director General of the Agency for the Control of AIDS. I'm a program officer with the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, and also a youth advocate for the rights of people living with HIV.
Okay. Thank you very much for that clarification. I think that was a mishap there. Once again, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, let's start with this. World AIDS Day is on the 1st of December in 2 days' time. Why is this day still important globally, and especially, particularly here in Nigeria?
Yeah, this day, which is coming up on Monday, December 1st, is a very memorable day to put the awareness out there, to put the work out there, the ongoing effort to combat HIV since the past 3 decades that has been in existence, to show the world that the lot HIV still exists. As against myths and the myths going around about it, there's nothing like HIV, no such like HIV. HIV is just a way of siphoning funds. HIV is this. So this special day is just to remind the entire public that HIV is still very much around us, and to end HIV, you and I have collective efforts, collective responsibility to put in place to make sure we combat the spread of HIV and have a safer community and the world at large.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're trying to understand the theme for this year. This year's theme focuses on strengthening community response to HIV and AIDS. What does this theme mean in practical terms?
So in a practical term, this comes from different angles. It comes from the fact of funding. It's telling us that we need to spend the money rightly. We need to focus on those that are directly affected. We need to support the community to make sure that our programs, the HIV programs, are informing their needs and not any other agenda. We are doing the concept of putting a round peg in a round hole, putting every form of their lifestyle into our policy information, letting everything we are doing centered around what this community needs. The community of people living with HIV. In Nigeria, we have the network of people living with HIV. We have the Association of Positive Living with HIV, which I was a national deputy coordinator of that association a few months ago. And also we have the Association of Women Living and several other CSOs that are working to ensure that HIV comes to an end by the year 2030. Thank you so much.
All right, as a program coordinator, which you have corrected earlier, I think I'm right? You said you're a program coordinator.
Yes, program officer.
Okay, a program officer, yes.
Program officer.
Oh, good. What can you say about, describe the current HIV and AIDS situation in Nigeria? I'm talking about, are we seeing progress in prevalence, the treatment, and the awareness so far?
Yes, I'm going to tell you that a lot has gone into place ever for a long time. For recently, we've seen a lot of innovation come with HIV. We've seen how Nigeria as a country have joined the global effort to make sure that the UNA 1995 agenda, that is 95% of people living with HIV knows their HIV status, 95% of people who knows their HIV are on life-saving treatment, the antiretroviral, and also 95% of people on the antiretroviral are virally suppressed. Nigeria is doing wonderfully well, especially with the second and third 95. So a lot of things are going on, and like I said, in innovation, recently, a few months ago, the Director General of NACA joined the global effort to announce the injectable ARV, which is PrEP, which is a PrEP. To start with, PrEP is a medicine taken by people at high risk, partners of PLHIV, and also others considered to be at risk, which is a drug given to them to keep them safe and free from getting infected by the virus. So Nigeria as a country joined that effort globally in Kigali, July, which our Director General also pledged some commitment to see how this expensive drug can be subsidized to as low as $40 per dose for people at risk of contracting the virus, which is a very big effort from the country. And also, in terms of treatment, we see a lot of treatment coverage. Our partners, they are up to task. They are doing a lot of great work to make sure that HIV treatment is not disrupted despite all the challenging funding, all the funding challenging. And also, we can say so much about inclusivity, partnership. HIV, we are looking into more holistic approach with HIV. HIV should not just be, we are integrating into our health system so that it's integrating into a lot of existing programs like these existing ministries to make sure that money are rightly spent and avoid the monopoly management of funding. So a lot of things are going on around prevention. We have our harm reduction programs and also the health system strengthening, which the health program is also going on, which country is supporting, Federal Minister of Health, NCDC. They are all into all these projects sponsored by global fund, US government, and also the government of Nigeria itself. So Nigeria as a country is really interested in seeing how HIV becomes an history. From a personal perspective, I have a 25-year experience with HIV, and I can tell you a lot of things that happened. Starting from, am I still?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear
you're
you loud
here.
and clear. Go on.
Okay. Starting from, like I said, it's been 25 years with HIV, and I can tell you that it's been a lot of for more innovation. 25 years ago, I remember it's usually a syrup for adult for pediatrics as a then. And later we moved to the stage of where you have to take up to 5 pills in a day. And I'm telling you categorically that as a person with HIV, we only get to take one pill every day, which is due to innovations in the coming months. HIV treatment is going to turn into face of injectable. Instead of taking drugs every day, people living with HIV just get to take injection on every 6 month basis, which is a very good news. It's telling you Nigeria as a country, we are advancing. Nigeria, the country, supports the community of people living with HIV. Every year, there are numerous conferences which government of Nigeria, with in relation to other partners, support young people living with HIV to participate in these conferences all over the world. I've been a beneficiary of such program, not because I'm close to the agency or because
Okay, I think we lost that contact with the program coordinator. But while we're trying to connect back with him, we're discussing around the World AIDS Day that will be celebrated on. I mean, that's an annual thing on the 1st of December, just 2 days from
thank you so much.
now. All right, you're welcome back. The program coordinator. Apologies, I think we should have, you're representing Dr. Ilori on the program, but it's very good we get to know your full name as well. So let's go back a bit from there, because
to the introduction.
I kept saying the program coordinator. I think it's very good to know the program coordinator's name actually. Yes. So let's start from there.
So my name is Karim Samsudin Adebola. Like I said, I wear a lot of crowns. To start with, I'm a program officer with the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA.
Okay.
And a few months ago, I used to be the National Deputy Coordinator for the Association of Young People Living with HIV in Nigeria, and also a proud person living with HIV with an experience living with the virus for more than 25 years. And it's lovely to be on the program once again.
Impressive. Wow. Thank you very much for that. Okay, I think I can flow on now. Mr. Samsudin,
yes.
Because saying program officer every minute is kind of weird. However, moving on now, let's talk about community, the role of the community in this HIV and AIDS matter that we are discussing. Why are community structures, traditional leaders, youth groups, CEOs, faith-based organizations so important now in the HIV and AIDS response? What role do all these agencies, so let me put it
so I'm asking with this. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Can.
Go
on. Okay, I think if I get it, this was breaking at some points. If I get the question correctly, you're asking me.
Okay, yes, the role of community leaders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, and the community itself play in HIV and AIDS response.
Yeah, so they have way big responsibility to play. Like I mentioned earlier, I still function so well with the community, even despite being with government, because it's my root, it's my life, it's my reality. So the community, we have a very big role to play. Guys, right now we're answering this question as a community leader, not as a program staff with the government. As we need to advocate rightly for the right of people with HIV. We need to learn from other community leaders. Need to come together, learn from other countries, see what is working for them. That's the essence. I told you we have the privilege of attending several conferences. When I go for international conferences, I'm not just going for the sake of travel allowance, for the sake of flying from one continent to the other. So I go there to meet other community leaders, learn what they are doing, what is working in your state, what services, what special plans are there for you by your partners, by your governments, by the whole people supporting the program. What are they doing differently in your states? What's working? Let's say this is the situation of things with young people in Nigeria. Stigma is still a big thing. How have you been able to combat stigma in your country? So I thought to have this conversation. Community leaders should talk about this conversation. Let's learn. Let's have this over country to country learning. Let people share experience of what they are doing so that we can practicalize it in our country. And also, let's be at the top. So for HIV landscape in Nigeria, one key observation that I've had in recent time is a lot of community leaders, they are called, they've said they are only community leaders in a space they find comfortable. They are not community leaders in public. I don't know, this might be to stigmatization. So I try to urge everyone, let's socialize HIV. If you go out there, if you go in that studio, ask everybody, have they ever come in contact with anybody living with HIV? They will tell you no. Because even the so-called community leaders are not proud to say it in public. Let's socialize HIV. Let's be able to say, oh, I'm a young person with HIV. I'm a youth advocate for people living with HIV. I have so. As community leader, I try to urge us to do that. Let's be very proud of this status. Because you'd agree with me, there are a lot of other health conditions out there that are worse than HIV. And if you tell me HIV is just like a daily day-to-day malaria, because if you see me right now, you wouldn't even know unless I mention it to you.
Exactly.
You wouldn't know anything. So
Exactly.
I tell community leaders, apart from attending meetings, apart from being very radical at meetings, I mean being very outspoken at meetings, let's be outspoken on the media. Let's go to the internet. Let people see you that, oh, I have 25 years with this thing. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It doesn't stop my life. It's going to be a motivation to a lot of other people out there. It's going to be a lot of people, other young, struggling people out there. So this, I call this as a very important role for community leaders. Because if you look at it critically, if you come to, for example, if you are hosting a meeting at NACA, see a lot of young people comes there, you need to ask questions, make a lot of intelligent contributions. But when they are outside of that confinement that they find safe, that they find that, oh, every staff of NACA cannot just go out there and talk to people about my status, they are able to come. But when I know stigma is out there, but if you and I keep staying quiet, then we are never going to go ahead of stigma. For me, as my space, as last year I produced a documentary titled Call Me Shams, which is a documentary that is a 10-minute short documentary that gave a clear summary of my life, experiences around disclosure with friends, with close people, with relationship people I'm in a close relationship with, I mean partners. The experiences around stigma, around owning up to my reality and my life changed from being a very depressed young boy to an internationally recognized youth advocate. And now a lot of things has happened in my life. And I can tell you for a fact that this documentary has initiated, and it's still even initiating a lot of conversations. So far, the documentary has won 2 big awards, one at the Beverly International Film Festival in the US, another one at Dubai International Film Festival, sorry, 3, I mean, and the Africa International Film Festival in the US as well. So it's a thing that if other young community leaders can come out there, put the story out there, let it go to the world. Let everybody see that HIV is not just a money siphoning plot, but HIV is a reality. HIV is something that's out there with you and I. Let your friend know. Tell your friends, oh, have you ever, if I can tell you a lot of time when I'm in a public space, I tell my friend, have you ever seen a person living with HIV before? They say no, God forbid. I say, oh, sorry, God forbid. Oh, sorry, I was just so lucky you're with one right now. The conversation just gets so funny. A lot of times I just say, hey, God forbid. But at the end of the day, when I tell people, for me, you can't stigmatize me, because when you have a one-on-one conversation with me, you see how very outspoken and intelligent I am, and I've taken control of my life. You realize that your life is no way better, and I'm doing so much more better than a lot of you. I maybe a lot of times, sometimes you may say I'm proud, but I tell you, oh, really? HIV took me to the US, HIV took me to Canada, HIV took me to a lot of countries in the Europe. So what are we talking about?
Wow.
All right, Mr.
So,
Mr. Samsudin, you know, if I can see that you're a real orator, and if we allow you, you just continue firing
Going on and
that
on.
aspect. However, I want us to look at this in another angle, the aspect of prevention and
Okay.
awareness.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Prevention. Okay. Me, I was gonna even speak about treatment and support.
Okay.
I was gonna ask that. What is the government doing to ensure continuous access to these drugs, especially for those who are in the rural areas?
So
Considering
for
you are in the system and you are someone who
for
is a
treatments,
need.
I'll also tell you
Yeah.
we
They
are
have
we are
to reach
doing a lot. For statements, so far so good. Nigeria is doing so much well for several years now. Like I tell you, I'm also. It's not like I'm getting reports. I'm also impacted by the virus, so I know. There've not been any issues where anybody has to pay for the medication. It's always
Even in rural areas.
Yes, it's always free. There are hospitals around it. There's a lot of mapping that is done quarterly to make sure that services are reaching all these hard-to-reach environments. And also partners, partners are doing a lot of work because they need all these data to get more access to funding. So they go as far as all these rural environments to make sure that no one is left behind. There was a recent outsource of one information that there's a there's a there's a high rate of HIV infection in the rural community. I know AHF, NACA, all of them came together and they went to that community almost immediately to investigate and provide essential services as against the social media claim that went viral at that period. So all these are in place. So for care and support, as I told you, a lot of support comes in from partners. So for network of people living with HIV NEP1, there's a component of the GC7 grants, the River Fund grants that covers for CLM, community-led monitoring by communities themselves. This is a funding given to community that, okay, we are going to recruit staff across the 36+1 states in the federation. We are going to give you HR power. Let's have people, M&E officers, let's have program experts that go into this community to make sure that everything that government are reporting, they're actually truly happening. The condoms that we are supplying, are they getting to the communities? The ARVs, are they being stocked out? So there's a lot of checklists on that CLM tool. So I know if anything comes up, that they will alert partners. So there's this system to counter check partners and counter check government from partners. So far so good. There's been an excellent report, and although due to some communication problems, you see that some facilities that they run out of medicine. But with all this structure in place, once it's getting a swift action, I can tell you as at last week, because I've not been in the office for like 2 weeks now. As at last week, I saw a mail asking states, Ministry of Health in different states across the country to send in their request for condoms. So there's a quarterly provision for condom supply to all the states. I've been on the email, I've been seeing how people are responding, I've been seeing how the supplies are going out. So for all of these care and support programs, it's no longer a big deal. And I know over time we've been advocating that communities should be represented, well represented at meetings that affect them. And I know with this administration, with the Director General of NACA, Dr. Elori Tomitokwe, she is a mother, and for young people especially, she has a very good rapport. She's a very accessible person. I can tell you, all young people with HIV literally has a number. I don't know how she get that energy from. She replies literally every messages.
That's how a leader should be. A good leader should be accessible.
So she replies every message. As at for me, even me being a staff of government, as at few days, I think 2 days ago, she was just doing a quick check-in with me that Shams not been around for this what is the events. Do you understand? And sorry, I've been on the field because we are doing part of the ongoing effort to get the country HIV working. Now on a survey in Lagos, the impact survey, where we are ART impact survey, so we are seeing impact of the response so far. Last year was Nakoye, but this year is in Lagos State. So I've been in Lagos for the past 2 weeks, going from monitoring the field workers to make sure that they're collecting the right data. So so the care and support program is going well. Young people are being carried along. We have seen a policy at NACA for adolescent girls and young women with HIV to see how we can do a program plan that supports their adequate care.
All right,
young people,
all right.
So the
Mr.
program,
Samsudin,
young people are well represented.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Let's digress a bit now into the aspect of prevention and awareness. You've mentioned the aspect of the treatment and support and the care, and I was going to commend the director where you said she's a mother and gives access to people to call and all that, which is what is expected of a leader. You know, a leader should be accessible, especially in that kind of a position, to be able to give needful assistance and support where necessary. However, let's come to the aspect of prevention and awareness. Contacting or getting this virus comes in various ways. It's not just through one means. It could be through treatment, it could be through, there are various means of contacting this very virus. However, what are the most effective prevention strategies? You know, there's an adage, a popular saying that prevention is better than cure. If you don't have it, there should be a mechanism by which you can stay away from it. And if you have it, definitely we have NACA there to help out in bringing about treatments where necessary. What, in your own opinion, are the most effective prevention strategies now communities should be adopting as we have it?
So thank you. Recently, I've also been talking about, there's this popular advocacy that used to be very popular in the past that we are forgetting, which is abstinence.
Yeah.
We basically don't usually hear the word abstinence anymore. So the most effective that I see tell every young person out there, because I told you I interface more with young people living with HIV and young people generally across the world. So I tell them abstinence is the most effective way of preventing HIV. But if you cannot abstain, then you learn about the other prevention strategies, like the use of condoms. Use of condoms is another very effective way, and condoms right now are readily available. I know a lot of condoms, a lot of conversation around condoms, around why condoms, all those commercial centers for condoms should subsidize condoms to a particular amount. I know we are doing condom costing for the country, and I'm sure by next a lot of I think total market approach, you call it TMA approach, so that we know that condoms are not something that, imagine you, somebody that is going to like have an encounter with the sex workers, and at the point of getting a condom, they say it is 1,000 naira. And you only have like the 1,000 that you want to pay the sex worker. Shouldn't be something that, so we want to try to see how we do a total market approach analysis for condoms, so that condom will be readily available even at commercial centers. So another effective way of preventing HIV that I've spoken about earlier, I mentioned earlier, not I have the time right now. Am I still with the studio?
Yes, you're with us.
Yes, you are.
So is the pre-exposure prophylaxis, which you call PrEP, and the post-exposure prophylaxis, which you call PEP. PrEP is an antiretroviral drug that is given to people considered to be at risk of HIV infection. Example.
Okay, Mr. Shamsuddin, you've got 1 minute more to round up this conversation, please.
So am I there?
Yes, you're there.
You've got
just
1
more minutes. Explain the PrEP and the other one you mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. The PrEP, I thought the PrEP is given before having a contact with people considered to be positive, HIV positive, and it's mostly administered to people at high risk, which is sex workers, the partners of people living with HIV, and so on and so forth. So we also have the PEP, which is the post-exposure prophylaxis. And prophylaxis is given to people that have already been exposed to HIV. So it's a drug given within 72 hours of exposure, so that it's taken at least 21 to 28 days just to combat the effects of the HIV manifesting in the host body. And it's proven so far so good. The record we have on the efficacy of these two drugs are wonderful. And I also mentioned that this year, there's a new advancement in the PrEP program, which is the injectable, which is taken just twice in a year, which is going to be in the country next year. The country has signed an MOU with Chai, which by next year is going to be in the country and going to be available, which is a lot. So a lot of prevention options are available for people. And anyone that is listening to us right now, you can call our official number 622-6222, which is NACA official number. I think it's toll free. Yeah, it's toll free. And you can make inquiry about all of these things.
All right. So, Mr. Samsudeen, this is where we're wrapping up this conversation. However, I would like you to call that NACA number again, very importantly. You said the number for NACA, the toll-free line.
6222.
6222, right?
6222? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. You're right.
Impressive. All right. Because of the want of time, really, we can see that it's a lot and lots of things to
ready to go
discuss
on and
regarding
on.
this. However, this is what we're wrapping it up until we have the opportunity again. Next time, we'll bring you on the show for a robust conversation
That's right.
regarding the HIV and AIDS matter. Thank you very much for being a part of the show this morning.
You are welcome. I'll be glad to be available and share the good work
Okay, yeah.
we are doing and everything. And so apologies, I'm in motion.
No, no
I'm showing
problem
you
at
the
all. At
entire
all.
town of Lagos.
We're good. We had a wonderful time together.
And
Thank
a very
you
big
much.
thank you to them, the Director General of NACA. Despite she's not here, we really do appreciate her presence as well.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much, esteemed viewers. This is where we're wrapping it up on the show. Ajibs, it's time to go home.
No doubt about that. And I pray to God I'll see you same time next week in another brand new month.
Yeah, it will be December, the last month of the year. It's going to be a Christmas season, and we'll come joyfully and happily to jollificate and make the
Makes sense.
delightful show delighting as always.
Definitely.
My name is Olufemi Alagbe, signing off for the day, for the week, and for the month. I'll see you all next month. I wanted to say next year actually.
Definitely.
But I remember saying that next month.
Okay, my name is Ajibike and Jeremy Ojo, and I pray to God I'll see you same time next week, another month. God be with us. Enjoy your weekend.
Everybody, bye.